Greetings from Le Bourget and a very hot Paris Air Show. My name is Tony Osborne, I'm the London Bureau Chief for Aviation Week, and with me is Thierry Dubois, the French Bureau Chief for the magazine. And we're here to look at the French fighters. Thierry, the French Air Force is operating two fighter jets right now, the Dassault Mirage 2000 and the Dassault Rafale, but it's the Rafale that seems to be the real pointer to the future. Can you tell us a bit about the recent export success the jet has had?
Yes, indeed. This has been a long-awaited success, but since 2015, Dassault has received three export contracts for the Rafale. One with Egypt, one with Qatar, and one with India. And there is more sales potential abroad, such as in Malaysia, for example.
And when does Egypt already has its aircraft, and Qatar is getting theirs soon, is that right?
That's correct. So the Rafale is now operational in service in two forces, French and Egypt forces, and Qatar is going to get his first one in 2018, next year.
It's important to remember too that the aircraft is also in service with the French Navy. But Thierry, perhaps you can tell us a little bit about how satisfied the French Air Force has been with the aircraft.
The French Air Force is saying they are very happy with the aircraft, and the Chief of Staff, for example, says that the versatility that Dassault has promised is here now, and they are doing so many things with one type of aircraft. Oh, by the way, tell me about the upgrades. I think there are a couple of upgrades planned for the Rafale.
So yes, you're right, Thierry. There's quite a few upgrades in the planning. I mean, this is going to be the fighter for the French Air Force for the next 2 or 3 decades. So we're talking about the F3R program, which will introduce the Beyond Visual Range Meteor air-to-air missile. And then Dassault is now beginning to work on the F4 program, which I think is sort of considered to be a sort of a midlife update. Possibly introducing a new version of the Meteor air-to-air missile and perhaps some elements of low observability and networking in the type.
Networking, that's a key word. For example, in the F3R version, there will be the Talios pod to be integrated, and this is all about network-centric warfare. For example, it's not only about targeting, it's also about gathering intelligence and distributing this information to JTACs, for example. Soldiers on the ground can receive information from the Rafale.
So presumably that will make the aircraft far more interoperable with France's allies and NATO allies.
Exactly, that's one of the points, interoperability, one of the points of the upgrade.
French Air Force's other aircraft is the Mirage 2000, represented here at Le Bourget by the Mirage 2000D. The French Air Force used to have, or actually still operates, 3 types of Mirage 2000. That's the Charlie model, air-to-air version, the N model, the nuclear, for the nuclear strike role, and the D model, which is an air-to-ground aircraft. But it's keeping these in service until 2030. And so they're carrying out an upgrade program for the aircraft. Thierry, what can you tell us about this new Mirage 2000D upgrade?
This is really new here at the Paris Air Show. Dassault so far and the French Air Force had been very quiet on what the 2000D upgrade would include. And now they are unveiling this flight test aircraft, which the French government is going to use for integration of, for example, equipment such as the Talios pod for targeting and intelligence gathering, and also another feature, the gun, I think.
You're right, Thierry, it's very surprising, but the program, the Renouve program for the aircraft will include a gun pod, because the Mirage 2000D was never built with a normal integrated gun, unlike the Mirage 2000C, for example. So, many thanks for listening. That's goodbye from me and Thierry. Make sure you visit the French Air Force stand to come and have a closer look at the Mirage 2000D, and keep an eye on the Le Bourget skies for the display of the Rafale.